What if the reason nobody's buying your coaching has nothing to do with your offer, but everything to do with your price? Not because it's too high, but because it's too low. I'm about to walk you through 3 pricing mistakes that are costing women thousands in coaching business revenue. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you exactly what to charge instead. Because when you price like a beginner, people treat you like one. When you price like the professional you are, you attract the audience that values transformation. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been rocking with me for a while, welcome back. My name is Nick Scott. I'm a business coach who helps women use their existing skills and turn them into coaching income that's sustainable, profitable, and aligns with their life. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's stay connected. Okay, let's talk about it, pricing. This is a topic that I get asked about constantly, and it's for a good reason. How you price your coaching offer, it determines so many things. Who actually shows up, how seriously they will take your work, and whether or not your coaching business is actually sustainable. So let's go ahead and dive right into these 3 pricing mistakes that I see far too often. The first mistake I see is that women are out here pricing based on their insecurities instead of the value that they deliver. And let me tell you how this shows up. You create an offer that solves a real problem. You know exactly how to deliver results because you've done it before. But when it's time to set the price, you start thinking,
who would pay me that much? I'm not certified yet. What if they think it's too expensive?
So you drop the price from $2,000 to $497, maybe even as low as $97. And then you start to wonder why people aren't buying your $497 or $97 product. The problem isn't that your offer isn't valuable. The problem is that your price is giving a signal that your offer isn't valuable. When you price low because you're scared, you actually attract people who are looking for a cheap value. Those people are not looking for transformation. And cheap value leads to cheap solutions, and that does not lead to lasting results. Listen, I have seen this far too many times. A woman with 15 years of corporate experience, maybe she has an MBA, which means she has a proven track record of results. She builds a solid coaching program that could literally change somebody's career trajectory. And then she goes ahead and prices it at $297 because she's afraid that nobody's going to pay more. So then what happens? She gets tire kickers, people who sign up but don't show up. She gets people who don't want to do the work. And she gets people who expect miracles when they're not putting in the effort. And then because of all those things, she starts believing that her coaching program doesn't work. But it does work. She just priced herself to attract the wrong audience. So because you're watching this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do instead. You should set your price based on the outcome and the transformation that your clients are going to get. If you're helping someone land a promotion that leads to a $15,000 raise, your coaching for that particular program is worth thousands. If you're helping someone transfer out of a job they hate into work that actually fulfills them, that transformation is priceless. If you're helping someone build a skill that's going to serve them throughout the rest of their career, that right there is worth real money, y'all. Your price should reflect the value of the result. Your price should never reflect your confidence level when you first start your business. And I'm about to tell you something that might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. If everyone immediately says yes to your price, you're leaving money on the table. The right price creates just enough resistance that serious people invest and uncommitted people, they walk away. And here's the thing. That is okay. It's not a bad thing. It's actually quite strategic. Mistake number 2 is setting your price based on your time instead of the transformation that your clients are going to get. And this is a corporate mindset that will destroy your coaching business way before you even get it launched and off the ground good. In corporate, you got paid for your time. Whether you were getting paid hourly or sourly, it was all based on how much time you put in. But your coaching business is not hourly labor. Your coaching business is transformation. And when you price transformation based on the hours you put in, you're really undervaluing everything that you're bringing to the table. And here's an example of what I mean. You offer a 6-week coaching package, which equates to 6 hourly sessions, right? So then you think and you say, okay, that's 6 hours of my time. So I will charge $100 per hour. And simple math tells you that that equals to $600. But that calculation completely ignores everything else that you're bringing to the table. It's ignoring all of your years of experience. It's ignoring the frameworks you've developed, the resources you've created, the personalized strategy that you're giving. It's ignoring the accountability between sessions, the email support, and it's even ignoring the templates and the tools. And all of that right there, that has a lot of value. When you charge simply based on contact hours, you're telling clients that's all that they're going to get. And then they show up expecting an hourly consultation. They're not showing up expecting a transformation. And here's the thing that I want you to understand. Your value is not the amount of time that you spend in a Zoom room with a client. Your value is in the years that it took to make the time that you're spending in that Zoom room effective and actually sticky for your client. Think about it like this. If you go to a lawyer for a 1-hour consultation, they're probably going to charge you somewhere in the ballpark of $500. Are you paying $500 just for that 1 hour? No, you're not. You're paying for their law degree. You're paying for their years of experience in that practice. You're paying for the expertise that your lawyer has to be able to give you a solution and an answer within those 60 minutes instead of you doing research and spinning your wheels for the next 6 months. And it's the same thing with your coaching business. Your clients aren't paying for your time. They're paying for the shortcut that you're giving them. So here's what I suggest you do instead. Price the entire transformation. That 6-week program isn't just 6 hours. It's a complete system that takes your client from point A to point B. The price reflects the value of the journey, not the number of minutes that you're spending on Zoom. For women with deep expertise, an intensive like this should be priced at $2,000 minimum. And if you have specialized work, my recommendation is you price your offer between $3,000 and $5,000. Your pricing is structured that way because you're not selling your time. You're selling transformation. Mistake number 3 is comparing your pricing to people who are not even in the same category or ballpark as you. And this right here is where I see so many women get stuck. They scroll Instagram and see somebody charging $297 for their coaching program, and then they start believing that that's the standard. But here's the thing, that woman that you just scrolled past who's charging $297, she, like you, might be a brand new coach, but unlike you, she has no professional experience. You might have 10 years of corporate experience. You might even have an advanced degree. And because you've been a professional woman in corporate, you definitely already have proven results. You and the lady that you saw charging $297 on Instagram, you two are not the same. That is not your competition. You are not in the same ballpark. I alluded to this earlier, and I just want to take a moment to say this a little bit more plain. When you price yourself like everybody else, you just blend in and you start to look, sound, and present yourself like everybody else. Here's the thing that most women don't realize. The coaching market is not just one market. It's multiple markets at different price points. There's a $97 market. There's a $497 market, there's a $2,000 market, and there's a $10,000 market. And each one of those audiences, they're all different markets. The audience in these markets, they have different expectations, they have different commitment levels, and they expect different results. Someone out here shopping for a $97 coaching program is not your target audience. And that's okay, because what I teach my clients is you are not for everyone. And that's okay. I teach my clients that you are for women who understand the value of the outcomes and the transformation that you provide. My clients are for women who are serious about their results. My clients are for women who value their expertise. And my clients, I teach them that they are for the women who are willing to put in the effort and do the work. So stop comparing yourself to beginner coaches on social media who don't have the same experience, expertise, skills, or value as you. Start positioning yourself as the professional that you are. If you have years of experience, your coaching should be priced accordingly. And for most of the women that I work with, that means pricing your coaching offer starting out between $1,500 and $3,000 for a foundational package. And for those with specialized expertise, that means pricing their coaching offer between $5,000 and $10,000 for a comprehensive program. Your background commands that, and your results, it justifies it. So I encourage you to not get out here in these coaching streets and undersell yourself. I want to address something real quick. Some of you might be thinking,
Well, Nick, people in my network, they can't afford those prices.
first of all, how do you know what they can and cannot afford? Most women I know, they make more money than they talk about. Second of all, even if it is true, your network is not the only source for you to get clients. You can certainly market outside of your immediate circle. And third, if you really want to serve people who can't afford your full rate, create a lower tier option. That's what myself and many other coaches in this industry do. But don't make that your primary offer. Your primary offer needs to be priced at a price that signals and portrays the value that you deliver. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, this all makes sense, but how do I actually sell a $2,000 coaching offer without sounding pushy? And that's exactly what I teach inside of 2K in 2 hours. This training is designed for women who already know their worth, but aren't quite sure how to communicate their worth in a sales conversation. I walk you through the exact framework that I use to close high ticket clients in one sales conversation. I'll teach you how to position your offer so it feels like the obvious choice for your audience. I teach you how to handle objections without getting defensive. And in this training, you'll learn how to close the sale without coming off and feeling salesy. You'll get access to word-for-word scripts, a pricing cheat sheet, and an onboarding workflow that you can implement so that your coaching business feels professional to your clients right from the start. If you enroll in 2K in 2 hours, you'll have everything you need to start selling your offer with confidence. The fact is, you could have the best offer in the world, but if you cannot sell it, then you don't have a business. You actually have a very expensive hobby. The difference between successful coaches and coaches who struggle is not the quality of their offer. It's their ability to sell that offer with confidence. And take it from me, building confidence often comes from having a framework and not spinning your wheels trying to figure this thing out by yourself. The link to the 2K in 2 hour training is the very first link down in my description. Okay, y'all, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and share this video with somebody who might need it. Stay tuned for more videos where I'm going to be breaking down the strategy, tools, and the mindset to help women start to turn their existing skills into a sustainable coaching business. And here's the thing, I'm not teaching theory. I'm not gonna blow your head up with a bunch of fluff. I'm going to be teaching you real strategy that's proven and that works. Before I go, I wanna leave you with this. Your pricing isn't the problem. Your confidence in your pricing is. And once you fix all that, watch what happens.